and dim. And we sat in the Korova milk bar trying to make up our razootoks what to do with the evening. The Korova milk bar sold Milk Plus Velocet, or Synthemesk, or Drencrum, which is what we were drinking. This would sharpen you up and make you ready for a bit of the old ultra-violence.
How's it going? Welcome back, my beautiful sinners, to another great video here on The Savior Show. That's right, I'm back. I was gone for a little bit, but I'm back at it, baby. Today, boys, I've got my notes, so you know it's gonna be a juicy and special kind of video. Just so you know, of course, I'm a professional and a high-quality YouTuber. You can, be rest assured that you're in safe hands here. I have notes. I have professional lighting. Wow, look at this. A goddamn broken, busted lamp. Oh, look at my face. Oh, ooh, I can do all kinds of reaction faces. Oh. So, we keep it 55 Street here, boys. We keep it ghetto. So, if you're new to the channel, welcome to The Savior Show. We do all kinds of videos, from game reviews to philosophical videos to ranting about the dystopian future and corporate scumbags and trying to tear down the establishment. So make sure you do subscribe if you're new. By the way, I just want to say thank you so much to the people who do listen to my music and maybe watch my videos, because we just hit gold for one of my songs, which means so much to me. I'll talk about that in another video. I don't want to ramble too much. Today, boys, we're gonna talk about Scorn, because this looks like a family-friendly kind of game. You can gather your children around the couch and all have a nice time playing this together. It's just gonna bring the emotions of love and happiness, and it's just so wholesome. This game is pure love. Today, I want to give you my Scorn review, my Scorn game review. And this Scorn review is based on the preview gameplay and what I've managed to play so far. This isn't a Scorn review based on the full game. I can't talk about that, and I've only played the preview version of it. But just before the game comes out, I think it's important to, give your impressions and review based on what you've played, because that's how so many people get robbed these days, is by pre-ordering games by crappy developers that don't care about you, that, just sell you bullshit. It's complete false advertisement most of the time. But luckily for you today, boys, I want to talk about Scorn. And Scorn is very different, and it's something that I think is absolutely incredible. And that's why I want to give you my Scorn game review early, just to let you know, if you have got pre-orders, then you're probably gonna be pretty satisfied with this product, okay? Because Scorn to me is art, okay? Scorn is art. It's art in motion, okay? And if you think video games can't be art, this might be the game that changes your mind, and it might shatter your expectations and perception of what games can be. So, let's jump into it. So first, I just have to say, Scorn is not an FPS game. This is not a first-person shooter, and I know many people are expecting a first-person shooter type experience from Scorn, and if you're expecting like a weird, organic, and visceral Doom, then you will be disappointed, because Scorn is not an action game. It's an exploration/puzzle game in which you have to go around different environments, figure out these different puzzles that the game doesn't give you any hints, or it doesn't hold your hand, which is what I love about it. And it's about exploration and just soaking in the atmosphere of this amazing and beautiful artistic world that these crazy developers have made. And maybe beautiful isn't the word, but it's something, okay? It's truly something. So I'm going to go into the positives, and then I'm just going to talk about a few negatives and basically sum up if you should get Scorn or not. Is Scorn worth buying? Is Scorn worth it? I'm going to tell you that in this Scorn game review and my review of Scorn. But just remember, I haven't played the full game, so there might be stuff later on that gets worse or better. I can't, tell you that for sure. So first of all, the art style is absolutely amazing. The art style in Scorn is absolutely incredible. It was inspired by H.R. Geiger, the person who made the Alien franchise, and you can truly feel the passion that these developers and art designers had for creating Scorn and, you know, paying tribute to H.R. Geiger and this crazy Polish artist, which, you know, he basically deals with decay, death, and a lot of sexual themes and, you know, the endless cycle of rebirth and, you know, decay and all that kind of stuff. In fact, I've used his imagery in some of my music videos before, because I think he's a great artist, one of my favorites actually. It's pretty bleak, but it depends how you view it, because this is very biological and organic, mixed with technology, mixed with, you know, future dystopian technology. That's what makes this game so interesting, and that's what makes this art style truly stand out. You know, you don't know what's alive and what's kind of just a part of the machine anymore, but it's all so visceral and just absolutely disgusting, and that's why this game is so great. So it's, you know, like this machiny flesh and bone, and just the art style here is just so incredible because every single surface has so much detail to it, so much complexity to its textures, and you know, you don't get that with many games. It doesn't feel like every room is recycled. It's not like Halo 2 or Halo 1, and you know, those are great games, but they do use a lot of the same assets. Everything here is so detailed and every room feels different. Even though it kind of looks similar, I can understand that kind of repetitive kind of art style fatigue that some people might get, but you know, the complexity of it is what makes it so just astounding in my opinion. And it's supposed to be bleak, it's not supposed to be colorful or anything like that. And the other thing that I love about Scorn is the storytelling, okay? The storytelling here reminds me so much of Dark Souls, and they are completely different games, don't get me wrong, but what I'm talking about is the storytelling. It doesn't hold your hand like so many modern day games do nowadays, and that's why they all suck ass, okay? Not like older games. It expects you to have a goddamn brain, which is, I know, very, very interesting and very astonishing for a 2022 game. But yes, it's very much like Dark Souls when it comes to the storytelling aspect. There are no cutscenes, there is no hand-holding, and you take away your perspective from this game. You know, find meaning, and I just love those types of games and that type of storytelling where it doesn't tell you directly what this is about. You have to think for yourself, and that's great. You're going to be sticking a lot of your fleshy parts into other fleshy parts in this game. And yeah, it's an experience, okay? Let's go with that. Scorn sometimes feels like you've stumbled onto the dark web and you're, you know, on some weird, dirty hentai website that deals with all kinds of shit. And it can be rather disturbing, I've got to be honest. And the themes that it deals with are just, let's be honest, pretty gross, because it's about birth, it's about rebirth, and it is all very sexual. Like I said, it's all very organic, and you get to plunge things into other things, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. You know, the Polish artist behind this kind of original art style, he was never afraid of that kind of imagery, and Scorn isn't either. You might need some therapy after this, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. So like I said, this is not an FPS, it's exploration mixed with a lot of puzzle solving, and what I love about it is the horror atmosphere. It's not like a bullshit horror game that we've had for so many years now, where it's just jump scares, jump scares, jump scares. Oh, that's scary, isn't it? No, this game is all about atmosphere and the sense of dread that is palpable throughout the whole game, and I love it because you never know what to expect. The unknown, to me, is more scary than just a scary monster, and this does that so well. And the exploration here is done nicely. You can actually do the puzzles in, you know, different orders, kind of, you know, basically it gives you an open area and you have to figure out how these puzzles connect to each other. So, like I said, it expects you to use your brain. And the final thing that I love about this is the environments are actually connected. And the puzzles, like I said, you can do them in any order to some degree. And there are no HUD elements, there's none of this modern day bullshit, okay? And that's so refreshing. And again, the kind of connected environment does remind me of Dark Souls. The storytelling reminds me of Dark Souls. Do I love Dark Souls too much? Maybe. This game is basically art first, and then it doesn't really care about the gameplay stuff. And I understand some people might not like that, and they just want to play video games for the sake of it being a video game, and I too enjoy video games, dumb video games, okay? But this is a little bit more nuanced, and if you like that kind of stuff, then you will enjoy the shit out of this, I'm sure, because it does feel like some kind of horrible LSD trip type experience. And yeah, it takes around 6 to 8 hours to complete, so it's not too long, and it's on PC and Xbox. Scorn is coming out to PC and Xbox. It's not coming out on PlayStation as far as I know. I hope that changes. The only negative points is the FPS is pretty shit. I hope that gets a patch. Sometimes you can be lost for a long period of time because, like I said, there is no hand holding, and some of the puzzles can get a bit generic, and you know, I wouldn't mind a little bit of variation with the atmosphere and the environments now and then. You know, it does all look very samey, but everything is so detailed and different that it doesn't matter that the art style is very samey throughout the whole game, in my opinion. But some people, like I said, might not like that. And a lot of people are saying it feels directionless, and that's true because you have to make the meaning up yourself. So it depends what kind of player you are. You might like this if you like that type of game. If you don't like that type of game, then this is definitely not going to be for you. If you like Call of Duty and you like a linear story or open world games that, you know, tell you exactly what to do, you're not going to enjoy this game. So that is my Scorn game review, my review of Scorn. I hope that you enjoyed this video, my boys, and I'm gonna go and take a cleansing shower because, yeah, I feel pretty dirty right now. I feel pretty hentai, okay? I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you do subscribe if you're new. Check out the game if you want, that's up to you. I give it a 8 meatballs out of 10, okay? Not bad, not bad. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.